So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Now, earlier we just got the big news that Adidas will be resuming Yeezy sales here for the fourth quarter of 2024, which we happen to be in right now, which October kind of just came out of nowhere. This year has absolutely flew by super fast, but this is the big news that everybody's been waiting on. We knew that they did say previously they would be resuming Yeezy sales, but just kind of the way things have played out as of recently with the big sales, Adidas sending Yeezys out to outlets, I kind of was doubting that we would see a big drop, but it looks like they have confirmed everything. So previously on today's news update, we talked about it, but I want to kind of dive into everything a little bit deeper. So guys, if you enjoy these updates, make sure y'all smash the like button. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Now, the big news, of course, Adidas, they did report their preliminary Q3 results, which, by the way, these are just the preliminary results. And I guess we're going to get the full report and analysis and everything later on, I think October 29th, but sometimes toward the end of the month. Now, the big news, of course, is that as far as sales, Adidas did report that they brought in around 50 million euros worth of Yeezy sales, which those numbers don't really sound too impressive. I did see another publication, Sneaker Freaker, another big sneaker publication, where they actually said that the sales this year were actually more so around 150 million euros. So I think that sounds more reasonable. I'm not really sure what Adidas is reporting or if they're kind of like finessing the numbers to make it sound more appealing on their side. But as far as the big number that they're reporting, 50 million euros worth of inventory remaining. So not too much to go around. As far as what we did see for the last drop, they did start things off normal with your regular confirmed drop, where we did see some nice pairs drop from the slides down to the foam runners, as well as some other cool pairs that people were checking for. But for the most part, as far as those drops goes, a lot of people complain about the bots. We did see Adidas restock these pairs, but at the same time, the restocks were kind of just random, popping up here and there, not really in favor of the consumer. And then, of course, the huge thing which happened was all of the discounts, which first popped off with like, I think 50% off sales. We then saw stuff hitting the outlets. So for the first time ever, Adidas did drop Yeezys on sale, which they did promise previously or report with one of their preliminary Q results. They said that they were actually going to be dropping pairs at cost, which everybody was waiting to see the sales. I didn't believe it until they finally did actually drop pairs on sale. So it looks like as far as the drop coming up, with just that small amount of pairs remaining, I'm guessing that probably they will be dropping these joints on sale. But that's just my speculation, because I can't really see like in the market where they dropped all of these joints on sale and then they're just gonna come around and be like, yo, you guys want Yeezys at full price? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me at all. But then again, who knows, maybe if they're like holding back some crazy pairs, like some joints that people are really excited for and really checking for, I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't mind like coughing up the full retail price point. So like, we're talking pairs like the Wave Runners, or like even wishfully thinking like, who knows, maybe like something like the Yeezy 750. I don't know, who knows, maybe they could have some pairs laying around. We'll have to wait and see. But as far as the big fourth quarter drop, I think this is something that people will be excited about. I mean, I know the partnership did end in 2022 and it's been what, like 2 years since then, but there still is a demand for Yeezys, which is absolutely insane. And as we kind of take a look back and reflect at the entire Adidas Yeezy legacy, it really is kind of sad to see how things all played out. I think the partnership was announced in like 2015, 2016 at that time. So I was covering everything from the jump. I think this YouTube channel, I started it like around the end of 2018. So we've been through everything from the 750 all the way to the 350 V2 and the huge impact that that had. We then saw the Wave Runner debut with the 700 V1, which, man, that was crazy, because some of y'all probably remember, but them joints actually went up for sale originally for pre-order for $300. If you hesitated for a moment, you would have missed out like myself. And then eventually those turned out to be like a smash hit. So it just shows that with a lot of these Yeezys, when they originally debuted on the market, they were just so fresh and innovative and almost like too crazy from the conventional sneaker that we're all used to rocking. Of course, I'm talking about Jordans. But as far as these Yeezys, when they were first dropping, people were kind of like, you guys remember how it went? They were like, them joints are ugly, they're disgusting, nasty. But then once they started seeing people rocking them on feet, the narrative changed, and there was just so many new models that we saw debut. I mean, from the 700 line, we had the V2, V3, we can't forget about the 500s. Them joints were so cool, and I'm kind of mad we never saw a 500 V2, but then again, we got the high ties and the boots and everything like that later down the line. And how can we forget about classics such as the foam runner, which really brought like a new innovation to what Crocs was doing with their clogs, but just taking things to a whole nother futuristic level, and really were a smash hit. So many countless models, so many that I'm just forgetting about right off the top of my head, like Desert Boot as well. Just so many great pairs. There were also some pairs that were misses as well. Not everything was a smash hit. Like you had pairs like the 380. I would even put the 450s into that category. The knit runners, which weren't like smash hits like right out the gate or anything like that, but still found their place and still had kind of like their cult following. Like for example, I still love my 450s and rock my utility black, I think was the colorway. I still rock them joints to this day. So as far as Yeezys, what a legacy. I feel like as far as the Adidas drops, this is the only thing that could have really rivaled what Nike and Jordan brand are doing over there, which they've been pretty much dominating the industry since like the late 80s, and you guys already know the story. So with the whole partnership ending at the end of 2022, Yeezy has dropped their first independent year, which has been kind of like a ups and downs or whatever. So it looks like people are still attached to these Adidas Yeezy releases, and with this big fourth quarter drop coming up and just 50 million euros worth of Yeezy still remaining, I'm thinking that this will probably be the end of everything, you know, with this big last drop or whatever. So what do you guys think, you know, with the end of Adidas and Yeezy coming here? How do you guys feel about this? How do you think the impact here has hit with sneaker culture and everything like that? And how do you feel about moving forward, you know, when it comes to sneakers and everything like that? So as far as this channel, you guys already know I gained a lot of my notoriety, you know, covering the Adidas and Yeezys and everything like that. So moving forward, you know, I have to just give my hats off to Adidas and Yeezy, like just for helping me kind of gain a platform here on this platform. And, you know, I just appreciate everybody that's came along for the journey. I would say though, back like when Adidas and Yeezy broke up back in 2022, it almost felt like I was being canceled with Ye himself. Like I honestly remember like definitely losing probably like 5,000 plus subscribers in one day. So it just felt crazy, but through it all, I think it kind of just made me stronger. As y'all have been seeing, we've been doing the daily news updates, just covering a wide selection of everything here in the sneaker game, because with Adidas not dropping Yeezys anymore, it didn't mean that my passion for sneakers fell off. You know, it just meant that I was gonna, you know, check out other brands, just because when Adidas and Yeezy were dropping, I pretty much had just a blind eye to everything and was just focused on what they were doing. It was just such a big, huge, impactful thing. It was just a passion of mine, and it was just really what I was rocking with at the time. But since then, you know, I've kind of looked back at more of the classic pairs. I'm diving deeper into New Balance's catalog, which New Balance to me, I would say is like my favorite brand right now, but I guess y'all really hate New Balance or whatever. But I'm one of them kids that grew up like on Jordans and Nikes and everything like that. So we're gonna continue to cover that, and we're gonna cover everything else. We're gonna have a wide selection of everything, because pretty much when you look at just typical sneaker YouTube nowadays, you're just gonna see Nike, Jordan brand content. You're just gonna have people talking about buy these now before the price goes up, talking about resale and all that good stuff. Where over here, I like to kind of cover things from like the business side of things, as y'all probably see, and take things into a little deeper, you know, more analytical type of content and everything like that. So salute, guys. I appreciate everybody that tuned in today. As far as these Adidas Yeezy drops, things are going to be going out with the big fourth quarter drop. We'll just have to wait and see how things go down. And of course, we're now in the fourth quarter, so as I mentioned, these joints could literally drop at any time. And then as far as these preliminary results, which we just got, we're going to get the full report coming up here at the end of the month, as Adidas of course will break everything down through all the numbers and maybe give us a little more information on what to expect as far as these pairs releasing. Because what I would like to see is some dope pairs, you know, some of the classics that, you know, have dropped throughout the years, but on sale. And rather than just like dropping these joints for the bots to eat up and all the resellers, do something for the people. Like try to make this, I don't know, try to make the ending of this whole big collaboration feel right. I think what they could do is like maybe reward their top tier rewards members, something like that. I don't really know. I don't have all the answers, but I just think Adidas got to do it the right way to end off things the right way. And instead of just like dropping these for the botters and resellers, I don't know. But what do you guys think about Yeezys moving forward? Do you think the prices are gonna go up over time, or do you feel like Adidas dropping all of these pairs has kind of tarnished the legacy and people aren't gonna really care about these joints in the future like that? Just like, let me know, how do you think these pairs are gonna age over time? So I just wanted to like cover everything a little more in depth here. As far as the future of the channel, I'm really excited about a big announcement that I have coming up, but I kind of want to just chill. I don't want to really say anything until we get closer to it. So be on the lookout for big things coming next week. So just wanted to cover this topic a little more in depth. Just checking in with you guys. Hope y'all have a good night and everything like that. I'm JA. Salute. Make sure y'all drop a like down below, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning for the news update. I'm out, y'all. Love.